make sure you tune into Dominion TV every Wednesday at 8:30 p.m. Download the app. You can get it on Roku and Apple, and get ready for an awesome kingdom time. We're empowering young women and women to be the best that God has purposed them to be. Hey y'all, welcome to Evolve Talk Show with Shauna Marie. Listen, I hope you guys had an awesome, happy Thanksgiving. I know y'all had all that turkey and dressing and macaroni and cheese and collard greens and sweet potato. Oh, I just made myself hungry. Okay. Listen, I just hope you enjoyed yourself, right? We had an awesome Thanksgiving. I hope you spent time with your family and your loved ones and got you some me time and did some self-care. So thank you guys for tuning in. We are in December, y'all. It's the last month of the year. And I am so excited. Listen, I don't know about y'all, but 2020 has been awesome. 2020 owes me nothing. You hear me? So I'm excited tonight. Y'all, I know y'all say I'm always excited. I'm super excited because tonight I have our sponsor for the Evolve Talk Show, but most of all, I have my mommy on set with me tonight. So I want to welcome my mom and introduce to some of you Miss Linda Burgess. Whoop, whoop, whoop. I'm super pumped, y'all, super pumped. I love my mama. I love her. I want to bring her on because she has such an amazing business and such an amazing opportunity for a lot of people just like you. Mm-hmm. One thing that I noticed in this pandemic and just in life in general, right? Because we all, go through situations and have experiences. And, I got on Facebook and began to scroll. And even throughout the year, I began to see a lot of GoFundMes. And I have to keep this real. I began to see a lot of GoFundMes for burials. I began to see a lot of people being challenged with burying their loved ones. And I brought her on to speak to that and to also speak about creating wealth and being able to not leave your family with debt. Are we leaving our families with debt or with wealth? And we don't want to often talk about death, but the reality is at some point we are all going to die. Yes. And we want you to be prepared. I don't want you to spend all your money on outfits and going to get your hair done and going on family vacations and taking trips and buying shoes and going to the nail salon. And then when something happens unexpectedly or expectedly, you don't have what you need to have a proper burial or to leave your family with wealth. So I want to talk about that. I want to talk about that for a moment because it is really, really a problem.
Yes, it's becoming more and more because I'm a product of the baby boomers. And of course, the baby boomers are the generation that you had everything was free and you had the flower power and it was, it was during that era. And no one thought about trying to prepare or even think about dying,
Right.
No one thought about dying. When you're young, you think you're going to live forever. You think you're invincible. You think that nothing's going to happen to you. Right. But if you care enough about yourself to dress, to put on shoes, to put on a coat, hat, whatever you put on, don't forget about preparing yourself to leave here. I don't care what your age is. We start as young as 30 days.
Wow.
We cover you as long, as young as 30 days and up until your 86th birthday.
Wow.
But we cover until you leave here. It's a whole life policy that never goes away.
Right.
But what you have to do is to have the mindset to, if I have a family,
Yes.
prepare yourself to make sure that your family is taken care of. Make sure that you have what we call, when I go into a home, is to have your house in order.
Have your house in order. Yeah.
When you go into a home, you have your house in order.
Right.
And you make sure that all I's are dotted and all T's
Yes.
are crossed before you leave out. Because that family is depending on you to make sure that their funeral services are
Right.
going to be in place. And what the company that I work for is Lincoln Heritage. And what it does is it's a service. We have a service along
Yes.
with the company that is the Funeral Consumer Guardian Society. And what it does is it allows families the opportunities to grieve and to help with the services that you have to have.
Yes.
They call, they make sure that everything is lined up before you sign those documents.
Yeah.
It's a wonderful service.
And I've seen, just because she's my mom, and I've seen her coworkers, I've seen them in action, and it's amazing to watch a person in a company not try to get over, not try to take advantage. A lot of times people will try to take advantage of you during the moment where you're grieving or you're weak, and they try to really profit off of that situation or circumstance. And I've watched you come in and be intentional and be sincere and really care about these customers and their families and
That's
what
true.
they're going through, being compassionate, being considerate, empathizing, sympathizing with them. And that's important because they're already going through a challenging time. And you guys do something very powerful. You offer things at a lower rate.
Well, what we do is we make sure that when you go to the funeral home of your choice, that things are in line.
Yes.
That things are in line, and that's through the Funeral Consumer Guardian Society. They will make sure that you go through that process without
Right.
being, vulnerable.
Right.
It's a process that everybody has to go through, but it's one where we like to say we have the family at heart.
Yes.
We have the family's best interests at heart.
Right.
It's not for the profit.
Right.
I love the way our company does. I simply love the way we go forward and make sure that you are taken care of.
Right.
That the family is taken care of, that you have time for your grieving process.
That's important. What do you say to the person watching? What do you say to the person watching that's going, well, I didn't think it was that big of a deal. I didn't think it was that important. I've got time. What do you say to them? Because they're out there, or I was offered something else. And, just what do you say to that person that's going, I'm not sure, I'm on the fence. What do you say to them?
Call, find out. You can always do your comparisons. That's not an issue.
That's
You
good.
can always do your comparisons, but when you're talking about putting your family first, you're going to want what is best for your family. And I know that this is the number
Right.
one company for final expense in the nation.
Wow.
It's number one.
Right.
It's been around since 1963. So
Wow.
it's a long time.
That's longevity.
That's
so
longevity.
You can trust their company because of how long you've been around. That shows that people trust you.
Yes, and approved. When you're talking about getting your money, a lot of times things are held up for anywhere from 4 to 6 weeks.
Wow.
So an approved application, you know, when it comes in and it's approved, is paid in 24 hours.
Wow.
So that
they don't have to wait.
They don't have to wait.
Wow.
That makes
Okay.
a big difference when you're trying to get the arrangements done for your loved one.
Absolutely, absolutely. I want you to tell them, because that's major. I want y'all to hear this because it really is a time where we have to be prepared. Not just prepared here, but prepared if we leave here. You know, we're going through a pandemic and things have happened so unexpectedly. From the youngest age to the oldest age, we need to be prepared for if something does happen. We don't know the time or the hour. We're not God. So we have to be prepared. So tell them how they can get in contact with you and your company.
You can get in contact with me. My telephone number is 864-529-4091, and my email address is linburg55@yahoo.com. That's LINBURG 55@yahoo.com.
Thank you. Listen, I am so intentional about this, literally, because she is my mom, because I do know that work. I've seen the challenge. I've seen the struggle. I've seen how hard it can be. And I just want to speak to those for a moment that have lost someone, that have grieved. I'm praying that God be your comforter, that God be your peace, that God be your strength, that you will lean on him. He is your safe refuge. He is your strong tower. He is your fortress. The righteous run into him and they are safe. Go through your grieving process healthily, right? And you can do it this way because, you know, what I love about what you said is when you're taking all the pressure and all the work out of it, you're making it easy where they can just focus on, I gotta go grieve the healthy way. I don't have to worry about money or the situation, or if my funeral arrangements are gonna be in order. You're making sure. So you guys know what I do. I offer salvation to anybody that does not know Jesus. Here is your opportunity. If you don't know the Lord and Savior Jesus Christ, the one that is the lover of your soul, your all in all, the one that died on the cross for you, that you could have salvation, that you could have forgiveness by his grace, by his love, by his mercy. I offer him to you. I offer him to you. He is the way, the truth, and the life. If you want to dedicate your life to him, if you want to rededicate your life to him, if you've backslidden and say, you know what, I kind of messed up, and guess what? It's no condemnation and no judgment. You can just simply say, Lord, I am a sinner. I know that you died, you hung, you bled, you died, you arose for me and my salvation, for my forgiveness. I believe you. I receive you in my heart and in my life. Amen. That is literally all you have to do. We are rejoicing. If you said yes, we are rejoicing with you. Listen, thank you so much, Mommy.
You are welcome.
Thank you so much for coming on. Thank you so much for sharing your gift. You guys, make sure you reach out to her. Make sure you call. Make sure you get your house in order, right? So you know what I say every single Wednesday, 8:30. Make sure you're the light and the salt. Shine, shine, sprinkle, sprinkle. It's Evolve with Shauna Marie on Dominion TV. It's Shauna Marie with the Evolve Talk Show. Listen, if this show has been blessing you, I need you to email in your prayer requests and your testimonies. And if you want to partner with us, make sure you email us at evolvetalkshow.com.